For many of us, this is more than just another defense procurement debate. It's a moment of reckoning. We remember a Canada that wasn't content to simply purchase the best, but one that dared to build the best. We recall the legacy of the Avro Arrow in the 1950 seconds, a time when Canadian engineers were at the absolute cutting edge, pushing boundaries in avionics, aerodynamics, materials, and design that commanded global respect. That spirit, the spirit of industrial self-determination, is what is at stake today. We have, over the past half-century, grown accustomed to seeing our brilliant Canadian talent, the very intellectual inheritors of the Arrow's ambition, migrate south. They've been absorbed by the very companies we now buy from, Boeing, Lockheed, and SpaceX. This is the subtle cost of relying on foreign industrial bases. But what if we could decisively reverse this talent drain? What if the next great aerospace project, one that requires world-class innovation and solves complex northern challenges, was based right here, anchoring our workforce for the next generation? The offer put forward by Sweden and Saab regarding the Gripen is unique. It's not a simple transaction. It's a genuine proposition for industrial co-production and deep technology transfer, allowing Canada to move from being a mere customer to a full sovereign partner. With our already formidable industrial capacity, anchored by Canadian leaders like Bombardier, CAE, MDA, Pratt & Whitney Canada, and Heru DevTech, the foundation for this national project already exists. The time to act on this potential is now. This first part of our discussion focuses on the four foundational pillars of sovereignty and economic restoration that are unlocked when we commit to manufacturing the Gripen on Canadian soil. This is how we begin to rebuild our industrial destiny. Reigniting our aerospace industrial base and engineering culture. The most profound impact of building the Gripen in Canada would be the swift and powerful revitalization of our national aerospace sector. This isn't merely about creating jobs in the short term. It's about rebuilding the engineering culture and sophisticated industrial ecosystem that was dismantled when the Arrow program was canceled. That cancellation didn't just cost us an airplane, it cost us a generation of technical ambition, forcing our best to leave. A domestic Gripen production program would necessitate a massive, sustained investment across a multi-provincial supply chain. We're talking about generating thousands of high-tech jobs spanning everything from advanced manufacturing and materials science in Ontario and Quebec to sophisticated avionics and software development in places like Manitoba and Alberta. For instance, modern fighter jets heavily rely on composite materials for weight reduction and strength. If Canada hosts the assembly line, our local firms would be required to master the precision manufacturing and quality control necessary for structural composite components. This requirement alone would spur an immediate investment in our universities and research centers, effectively training a new cohort of Canadian engineers and technicians in cutting-edge non-destructive testing and fabrication techniques. Instead of watching our top graduates leave for international defense contractors, they would finally have a compelling reason, a truly world-class project to contribute their skills to Canada's future right here at home. This project is the catalyst needed to bring that ambition back, achieving true defense sovereignty and operational control. Operating our current fighter fleet exposes a critical weakness. We are largely dependent on foreign approval for fundamental operational decisions. Whether it's a critical software update, the integration of new weapons, or even major maintenance protocols, we must often wait for permission from foreign gatekeepers. In a tense geopolitical environment, this dependency is a direct threat to our national security autonomy. Co-producing the Gripen fundamentally redefines Canada's position from a passive customer to an active owner. This level of industrial partnership grants us the unfettered control required for genuine defense sovereignty. First and foremost, we gain domestic maintenance and upgrade authority. Our own skilled CAF personnel and Canadian industry partners would have the complete technical clearance and tooling to maintain and upgrade the aircraft domestically. Furthermore, and perhaps most critically, we achieve autonomous weapons integration. Imagine the RCAF identifying the optimal missile or sensor system for a specific Canadian operational requirement. By co-producing, We gain the capability to independently develop the necessary software interface and physically integrate that third-party system without being delayed or constrained by the policies of another nation. Most powerfully, we secure indigenous software development capability. Modern fighters are flying computers. Controlling the source code and having the capacity to modify the electronic warfare EW packages means we can tailor the jet's defensive and offensive capabilities specifically to the threats unique to the North American theater. This ability to make high-stakes operational and technical decisions on our own timeline is the hallmark of a truly independent military power. Tailoring our fleet for uncompromised Arctic readiness. As global powers shift their strategic focus northward, the defense of the Canadian Arctic becomes paramount. We need a fighter jet that is not just capable of tolerating the Arctic's harsh environment, but one that is inherently designed for it. The Gripen, originating from Sweden, already possesses a foundational design suitable for the extreme cold, prolonged periods of darkness, and remote logistical challenges of northern latitudes. Building the aircraft in Canada allows us to take this foundation and customize the final product specifically for NORAD operations across our vast northern expanse, transforming the jet into a truly Canadian Arctic Sentinel. This localization effort would touch every aspect of the aircraft. For instance, our engineers could focus on optimizing materials science to handle the rapid, extreme temperature fluctuations unique to our northern bases, ensuring critical components do not suffer undue stress or failure. Furthermore, the co-production arrangement allows for the refinement of maintenance and logistics protocols specifically for austere conditions. The Gripen is renowned for its ability to be serviced and quickly turned around by minimal ground crew, even from temporary airfields. By manufacturing it here, we can integrate specialized, domestically sourced support equipment, perhaps mobile heating, de-icing systems optimized for local energy sources that further enhances its operational readiness at remote sites like Goose Bay or Inuvik. This commitment ensures we have rapid response capability across the high north, guaranteeing that we are securing our vital Arctic approaches with equipment that understands its environment completely, guaranteeing resilient supply chain independence. The final foundational benefit of domestic production is the practical, daily assurance of supply chain independence, a necessity for long-term operational viability. Currently, Canada is subject to foreign export control regimes and the production schedules of international manufacturers. This means that a relatively minor, though essential, spare part can leave an aircraft grounded for weeks while we wait in a queue for foreign approval, production, and shipping. This is unacceptable for a sovereign nation's frontline defense assets. A Canadian Gripen production line immediately eliminates this vulnerability. It grants Canada the immediate ability to produce components in-house or source them from our established domestic suppliers on demand, ensuring rapid turnaround. Crucially, we gain unfettered control over strategic reserves. We would have the full authority to store, manage, and utilize our long-term spare parts inventory without needing to report to or seek permission from any foreign entity. This capability is vital for national security, ensuring the sustained operational readiness of our fleet over its expected 30 to 40-year lifespan. Furthermore, controlling the production ecosystem allows us to manage software patching and updates with full autonomy. We would never be stuck waiting for another country's priorities to align with ours, guaranteeing that our fighter jets are always operating with the most secure and up-to-date combat software. This mastery over our own supply chain is the ultimate insurance policy for our defense posture. This first part has laid out the compelling case for national revival, reclaiming our engineering prowess, forging true autonomy over our defense decisions, tailoring a formidable Arctic defender, and securing an independent supply chain. These 4 points alone demonstrate that building the Gripen here is a generational opportunity to correct past mistakes and chart a sovereign future. In the second and final part, we will explore the lasting economic benefits, the power of technology transfer, the creation of multi-generational, high-income careers, the opportunity to become a global defense exporter once again, and the unique position of achieving NATO interoperability without crippling dependence. What element of industrial sovereignty do you feel is most crucial for Canada to reclaim? Share your memories of Canada's industrial peak and tell us if you believe this is the moment to seize our future. In Part 1, we made a compelling case for national action, detailing how manufacturing the Saab Gripen right here in Canada is the strategic move required to restore our industrial sovereignty, guarantee Arctic-ready defense capabilities, and secure an independent supply chain. These are not minor technical considerations. They are the bedrock requirements for a confident, self-reliant nation. But the true, enduring value of this proposition lies in the powerful economic and technological legacy it will create a future where Canadian expertise, innovation, and high-value manufacturing thrive for decades. This is not just about a temporary project. It's about establishing the economic engine that will drive high-income opportunity across the nation for the next generation. We are looking beyond the defense budget and envisioning an advanced industrial ecosystem that once again places Canada at the forefront of global technological leadership. Let's now explore the remaining 4 transformative pillars of this national undertaking, demonstrating how partnering to build the Gripen is the single best investment in Canada's long-term prosperity and global standing. Securing genuine technology transfer and long-term engineering growth. For too long, Canada's defense procurement has operated under the illusion of technology transfer, where the actual knowledge shared often amounts to low-level assembly or simple maintenance tasks. This process creates temporary work but fails to build the sustainable, sophisticated engineering capacity necessary for true independence. The Gripen partnership, rooted in Sweden's philosophy of genuine industrial cooperation, offers a fundamentally different and far more powerful model for Canadian technological advancement. This is a deep dive into technical competence. Saab's approach involves sharing not just the end product, but the means of production and innovation. This means providing Canadian engineers with access to the aircraft's core design tools, simulation software, and critically the source code for its most complex systems, including flight control and mission computing. This is a level of access typically denied in standard Western fighter deals, where the foreign manufacturer retains ultimate control over proprietary intellectual property. Gaining this access immediately transforms our domestic capabilities. Imagine the immediate and sustained impact on our leading universities and aerospace research centers. Instead of relying on theoretical modeling, Canadian graduate students and researchers would be working directly with the real-world avionics architecture of a 4.5 generation fighter jet. This knowledge transfer is the key to creating institutional knowledge that remains anchored in Canada. It means our defense contractors and technology firms will be empowered to develop proprietary modifications, tailor systems for unique Canadian challenges like radar integration specific to the High North, and compete internationally with genuine expertise. Furthermore, this deep-seated competence elevates Canada's status to become a recognized global maintenance and modernization hub for the Gripen. This guaranteed international role ensures a sustainable stream of high-value work such as major structural overhauls and software upgrades long after the initial fleet deliveries are complete. This is the difference between renting technology and owning the capacity to innovate with it, anchoring tens of thousands of sustainable, high-income careers. The economic argument for a domestic fighter program is compelling, extending far beyond the factory floor. This is a strategic commitment to creating tens of thousands of sustainable, high-income careers that are designed to last the entire operational life of the aircraft, which is typically 30 to 40 years. This focus on permanence and quality is vital for the stability of Canadian families and communities. This project requires simultaneous excellence across a vast, interwoven industrial ecosystem. It will drive demand for specialized skills in advanced machining and precision engineering, creating stable, multi-generational jobs in crafting the high-tolerance metal and composite components of the aircraft structure. It requires significant continuous development in digital simulation, artificial intelligence, and sensor fusion software, attracting and retaining top Canadian talent in well-compensated, future-proof roles. Crucially, The geographically dispersed nature of the supply chain, reaching from the established aerospace hubs in Quebec and Ontario into the resource and manufacturing sectors of the West, ensures the economic stimulus is truly national. When a skilled technician in Winnipeg or a software developer in Montreal knows they have a career path in a world-class manufacturing program expected to last 40 years, it fundamentally changes their investment decisions. They buy homes, raise families, and commit to their local communities with a confidence that a short-term contract job simply cannot provide. This national fighter program is therefore more than just a military expense. It is a powerful economic anchor that stabilizes regional economies, ensures that the wealth generated stays and circulates within Canadian communities, and creates a legacy of prosperity for the generations who follow us. Re-emerging as an aerospace export nation, Canada has a proud, though often forgotten, history as a significant global exporter of sophisticated manufactured goods. The decision to establish a Gripen production facility here provides the clearest possible pathway to reclaiming that high-value status within the global defense marketplace, shifting our trade balance and injecting billions in foreign revenue back into our economy. If Canada becomes a key production partner, we immediately transition from being purely a consumer of defense technology to a strategic global contributor. The export opportunity is dual-pronged and mutually reinforcing. Firstly, Canadian firms, having mastered the necessary production techniques through co-production, would be positioned to export high-value specialized components, such as unique Arctic-hardened subsystems, advanced composite structures, or sophisticated electronic components developed through technology transfer to other Gripen partner nations worldwide. This establishes Canada within the top tier of global supply chains. Secondly, and representing the greatest potential, a Canadian final assembly line could serve as a secondary export production hub for completed aircraft. There is documented international interest in the Gripen platform from numerous nations in Latin America, Europe, and Asia, drawn to its unique combination of high performance, low operating costs, and the attractive Swedish model of sovereignty-enhancing technology transfer. By adding Canadian capacity, we could secure vital export orders for complete jets, allowing Canadian manufacturing revenues to soar and establishing the Made in Canada brand once again as a mark of excellence on the global defense stage. This long-term revenue stream diversifies our reliance away from traditional resource exports and firmly places Canada back in the exclusive club of sovereign, value-added manufacturing and export powers, ensuring interoperability without technological dependence. Any procurement of a new fighter fleet must satisfy the immutable requirement of being fully compatible and capable of seamless integration with our essential security partnerships, namely NORAD and NATO. The Gripen meets this test unequivocally. It is designed to be fully interoperable, supporting the same secure missiles, data links, and communication standards necessary for effective coalition operations. However, the true strategic genius of the Gripen model lies in the fundamental distinction it offers, achieving interoperability without sacrificing technological independence. Many competing platforms, while technically interoperable, create a structural dependency by effectively locking the operator into a single foreign manufacturer or government for critical maintenance and operational decisions. This dependency creates technological vulnerability and limits national sovereignty. The Gripen, due to its design philosophy and the spirit of the Swedish partnership, provides a necessary escape from this paradigm. While the RCAF can operate seamlessly alongside American, British, or European allies within NORAD and NATO, a non-negotiable requirement, Canada retains the fundamental authority to independently upgrade, modify, and service the aircraft domestically. We are not trapped within a single approval chain controlled by another capital. This freedom is critical for maintaining rapid operational tempo. It ensures that the pace of our upgrades and tactical decisions is dictated purely by Canada's national security requirements. particularly in the rapidly evolving Arctic theater, rather than by the diplomatic or technological priorities of external partners. Achieving this rare balance, being a trusted, fully integrated partner and a truly sovereign operator, is the ultimate strategic advantage offered by committing to the Gripen co-production model. A choice for the next generation of Canadians. Canada stands at a profound crossroads, facing a decision that will define our industrial and strategic trajectory for the next 40 years. We have the choice to continue the path of least resistance, outsourcing our defense, our innovation, and our high-value manufacturing to foreign suppliers. That path guarantees continued technological decline and a deepening state of perpetual dependency. The alternative, the path illuminated by the prospect of building the Gripen here, is one of technological courage, economic revitalization, and renewed national self-reliance. It is an opportunity that demands we accept Sweden's offer to become a full, sovereign partner in production. It asks us to invest not just money, but faith into the capacity of our own Canadian talent to create the multi-generational careers that sustain our communities, and to embrace the challenge of leading again in a field we pioneered. This moment is our chance to revive the spirit that created the Avro Arrow, the spirit of building world-class technology on our own terms, utilizing our own people and our own industrial base. This commitment promises not only a stronger, more capable defense, but a richer, more technologically advanced, and profoundly more self-reliant Canada for the next 30 to 40 years. This is the legacy we must choose to secure. Do you believe Canada is ready to take this bold step, reclaim its industrial heritage, and secure a sovereign future? What specific legacy, technological or economic, do you most hope this Gripen project will leave for the next generation of Canadians? Share your thoughts below and join the discussion.